He was my uncle because he married my aunt, even if he had not come to her these past 10 years. So when the papers brought the news of his death, I felt that some part of me had died too. I tried to be brave while I read that my uncle had actually been the last of a distinct school of Philippine poets. I was still being brave all the way down the lengthy eulogies until I got to the line which said that he was the sweetest lyre that ever throbbed with Malayan chords. I really hold in earnest because my uncle had not only deserted poor Aunt Sophia, but had also been living with another woman these many years, and, most horrible of all, he had probably died in her embrace. Perhaps I received an undue amount of commiseration for the death of the delinquent husband of my aunt, but it wasn't my fault because I never really lied about anything, only nobody thought to ask me just how close an uncle he was. It wasn't my doing either when, some months after his demise, my poem entitled "The Rose Was Not So Fair, O Alma Mater" was captioned, by the niece of the late beloved Filipino poet.
Ma'am, is this the article?
Can you cut out everything that happened after he was married? Like the last half of his life was not exactly poetic.
Although I still maintain that in his vices, as in his poetry, he followed closely the pattern of the great poets he admired. My aunt used to relate that he was an extremely considerate man when he was sober, and on those occasions he always tried to make up for his past sins. She said that he had never meant to marry, knowing the kind of husband he would make, but that her beauty drove him out of his right mind. My aunt always forgave him, but one day she had more than she could bear.
Why can't you stop drinking? Come here. Come here.
I'll teach you a lesson.
She never saw him drunk again, for as soon as he was able to, he walked out the door and never came back.
Oh, please, come in, come in.
So, how are you? Are you fine?
Yes, I'm fine.
So, it's been a few days since the last time that you've been here. So, here, please sit down. Here, drink some lemonade. So, how was your aunt? Is she okay? How is she?
She's okay. She's in good health. You know what? She ate 3 crabs for lunch and she's getting fatter and fatter.
Really? Wait. I actually write a letter and could you please give this to your aunt?
Okay.
So you can have some lemonade every time you would like to come and visit me.
say haha. Haha. Very good.
Yes, she is. Yeah, I know, right? La Mujeresa.
And so I learned about the woman. She was young, accomplished, a woman of means. Aunt Sophia, being a loyal wife, grieved that uncle should have been ensnared by such a woman, thinking not so much of herself but of his career. Knowing him so well, she was positive that he was unhappier than ever, for that hurried woman never allowed him to have his own way. She even denied him those little drinks which he took merely to aid him into poetic composition, because the woman brazenly followed uncle everywhere, calling herself his wife. A confusing situation ensued. When people mentioned uncle's wife, there was no way of knowing whether they referred to my aunt or to the woman. After a while, a system was worked out by the mutual friends of the different parties. Number one came to stand for Aunt Sophia and number two for the woman.
So you want me to put in a corner, do you? You think perhaps you could bully me out of here?
Please, don't make a scene.
It's you who are creating a scene. Didn't you come here purposely to start one?
We're only trying to make you see reason. If you think of the dead at all.
Let's see who has the reason. I understand you want me to lead, isn't it? And now that he is dead and can't speak for me, you want me to hide quietly in a corner, do you?
We're just! Make her stop it! Somebody stop her mouth!
Now you listen, you scandalous woman. We don't care for the honors. We don't want it for ourselves. But we want the poet to be honored in death, to have a decent and respectable funeral without scandal. And the least you can do is to leave him in peace as he lies.
Yes!
Let me ask you, during the war, when the poet was rebel, was it disturbing him? Which shows you think the soldier who did not have money, for he was ill, who wasn't his stayed at his side, who took care of him during all those months, and who held his books and notes to the publisher so that he could pay for his hospital and doctor's bill. Did any of you come to him then? Let me ask you that. Now that he is dead, you want me to leave his side so that you and that Vera can have the honors and have your picture taken with the president. That's what you want, isn't it? To pose with the president.
You've created enough scandal for him in life. That's why we couldn't go to him when he was sick. Because you were there. You shameless bitch.
Alright, you can have him. All that's left of him.
The mascara had indeed run down her cheeks, but somehow it wasn't funny at all.